Ivy, what are you doing here? The evening mass ended a while ago.
Well, then what are you doing here, Pilar?
I helped tend to the garden.
Well, your selflessness seems sanctimonious when you question my motives for being here.
Ivy, I know you better than anyone. You say that I'm your only friend, the only person you can confide in. Now tell me, what are you doing here at this hour? Answer me, Ivy. What are you doing here at this hour? And don't pretend that you've suddenly found religion.
Pilar, I have no reason to lie to you. I just came to leave these flowers on the altar.
Really?
Yes, really. Look, I felt bad when I crashed into the church on the day that Ethan and Teresa were going to get married, and I thought perhaps I ought to leave flowers on the altar every now and then. Is that so sinister?
Well, the flowers are pretty, but that's not why you brought them.
Excuse me?
Do you honestly believe the Lord will accept those flowers in exchange for breaking up Sam's marriage?
Pilar!
God does not accept bribes, Ivy, and you should be ashamed of yourself for even offering one.
Now wait just a minute, Pilar. I gave up on Sam, even though he and I were once deeply and passionately in love.
So you said.
And I meant it. Pilar, I finally realized that Grace and Sam have a rock-solid marriage and that there was no place in Sam's life for me.
Yeah. And then out of the blue, David Hastings came into town.
Yes, he did, and that has changed everything.
God help us all.
Pilar, if David Hastings married Grace before the eyes of God, then they belong together. And if they belong together, then Sam is free. And if Sam is free, is it so wrong for me to hope that maybe we could be together? I'm sorry, no. Until David Hastings gives up, I am not going to give up.
No matter what happens between David and Grace, you must leave Sam alone. Sam loves Grace, Ivy, and he always will.
Pilar, without Sam, I have nothing. I mean, Julian has probably already divorced me. Ethan is going to marry Teresa. God knows my other children never want to come home. Is it so wrong for me to hope for a little happiness now that there's just a chance I might have Sam again?
Now, people can lie.
It sounds like Sam's voice. What's he doing in the church this late?
Take a good look at us, Father. Do you remember marrying us?
I'm sorry, but your faces don't ring a bell.
Of course you don't remember, Father, because you've never seen any of these people before.
You know, Sam, I am beginning to think you're right. If the priest had married David and me, he'd remember us. I mean, I don't know about David, but I really haven't changed that much in the last 20 or so years.
Maybe this will jog your memory. Grace was wearing a simple white dress and a hat with a broad brim.
Oh, enough of this nonsense. You're trying to browbeat Father Mike into remembering something that never happened. Now, I'm sorry, Grace, but this man belongs in jail.
Will you give up now? Sam and Grace are still married, and they will always be married. There will never be a place for you in Sam's life.
I have a feeling my future rests on whatever that priest says.
I hope he cannot answer David's question.
Pilar?
Sam and Grace have had a long and happy marriage. They have weathered all the problems that have been threatened by it. They deserve some peace.
Well, I deserve Sam.